Hello everyone, and welcome to another Arknights Endfield. Today's video is going to be over yet again Umbral Monument, as at this point in time that's kind of the only one that I'm kind of doing videos for the most part. The thing with videos for Arknights Endfield, the reason why I've been mostly focusing on that versus other things I could focus on, is I'm not streaming for one. I'd probably be doing everything if I was streaming, but if you've known since 2025, you've been around since 2025 on this channel, you already know why that isn't the case. It's more so that the usual streaming room that I streamed in, both the computer that I was streaming in, which is not really an issue now because I have a new computer, decided to reoma itself, and just a little bit after that, my cat somehow destroyed a part of the house electricity. Still have yet to get around to fixing that, due to a certain how it is. So, yeah. Reason why I haven't really streamed again since. We also had at some point issues with the internet, which has seemed to fix itself to an extent. Mostly, I think it was the router overheating and not producing a good enough output is my thought process of what happened. We tried to blow air blow inside of the router, which seemed to eventually fix itself to an extent. It's just the theory that I have of what possibly happened, but again, it's just a theory regardless. A lot of things have happened since that has affected the opportunity to get around to getting the chance to live stream again. Now, if there's a lot more event-esque types that is not just go to factory, craft, go to person, give, done for the day, I probably would do more. Especially at the store, I probably could do more with that, but I just been enjoying it on my own as I go. And at this point in time, I am on the third section of the story, as I've already said before, but it might be repeating because it'll probably be out before the episode 16 stages are out for Arknights. Then again, when it comes to streaming, there's actually so much shit to do, it's not even funny. There's so many things I had planned to stream that over my head, because again, my computer decided to reoma itself and the whole cat situation. I already told you the story. So, with that aside, there's a decent amount of stuff that's happened on the account. This is where I am. It's if I continue with the pace I'm going, if I put more time into this game than go and actually trying out Terraria since the updates and the bug fixes, I can easily get to 50,000, which is enough with the guaranteed 10 pool and the additional summons on the side with the Originometry. I will have enough to at least get one guaranteed. I will guarantee Rossi. Yes, I was able to, aside from paying for 3 different sets of times. You've seen what I did for Gilberta's headhunting session. And then, of course, there is the, as you can probably see down below, I did do the Protocol Pass highest tier, because I actually really liked the color theming of this, hence why I went for it, because of this color theming. I know, crazy shit. It's the reason why I don't go for the others in Arknights, for the most part, is because if I don't see it visually consistently, what's the point of me going for it? You know? Yes, you could, like, to me, it's like, it kind of defeats the purpose, like, of buying something that's extravagant, but you don't really see it majority of the time. And you can argue about that with skins as well, in Arknights. But at least you have more of a chance to see the skins than your profile in Arknights. That should say a lot. The only reason why you'd be doing it is just to flex, for whatever reason, which is not really much of a flex at all. But anyway, I'm going to probably make some people mad by saying that, but that's what I think. At least with Endfield, you're going to be in this menu a lot. So it makes sense to focus on these because these actually look. They actually have the theme goes to this menu. Insanity, I know, but it's as simple as that. That pretty much. What's the best word of saying it? Encourages or influences people to go for something, because it is, if it's at least being able to see it consistently, you're more likely to have people go for it than not. Now, personally, the first Protocol Pass was kind of meh. I understand it was mostly just for Arknights players. Let's be brutally honest. It's just nostalgia slash fan service. The last one was, to me, I mean, maybe not for some people, but to me, that's what it viewed like to me, and it didn't really offer anything unique when it comes to theming, so I didn't go for it. But anyway, aside from the Protocol Pass, which week 3 is now available, I don't know if I'm gonna end up getting to that, by the way. A lot of these, like the Coprium, I'm probably getting there shortly. But I ended up getting the weapon, the 99-cent weapon thing. So I was like, okay, it's 99 cents. That's like fucking, like that's literally $1. I can afford to spend at least $8. It's kind of like the whole, like, was it Gumi or was it Myrtle? I think it was originally Gumi, and then now there's like a Myrtle pack. Unless I'm mistaken, it's been forever. I don't always check the packs, but it used to be, there was a Gumi, $1 thing that you get Gumi guaranteed, and some other stuff for $1. So most people who put money in the game probably has that pack. So I eventually get it because, surprise, surprise, I'm starting to use Edmund more with my Ice physical team, which is something that you don't hear people talk about, but that is a team you can go with. Ice physical is a thing. Right now, it's Chin, Administrator, Alesh, and of course, Tang Tang. Now, that's kind of the... There is a more... I'm going to cancel it, because I'm not going to pick it, yes. Because it'll go into the valuable stash. I can pick some later. And also, being able to pot a weapon for that. I think, by the way, I'm just going to say this right now. The Protocol customized Protocol Pass is the best thing in this game. I didn't think about that until, like, taking everything into consideration. You have multiple 6-star weapons that, with the current banner, can work with one of the other of the new weapons, works with the new 6-star introduced, so you don't always have to worry about getting Arsenal tickets to go for the character as a free-to-play option, on top of the Arsenal tickets, on top of all these extra rewards, and assuming that is it going to be another one? No, shit, that sucks. But let me go back to 5 here. The Sanity Extractors. This is the biggest thing that is like makes it worth, that I wish you could get in-game without putting money to get the Protocol Pass, for the $10 Protocol Pass. Because this thing solves everyone's issues with sanity. Or at least the issues that sanity has a time limit. Because you convert all of your sanity potions, especially now with like the 40 times 3 sanity potions, you can turn all of those into one sanity extractor and convert it into let me go to valuable stash here. It's also going to show this. I have 2 of those to pot a weapon, and I can choose a weapon. But you can essentially turn all of those into sanity essences. So you're essentially turning a time-limited sanity refresh into a permanent refresh. Now that doesn't seem big, but for someone who doesn't always have time in the world to play the game always, this is an amazing item in the game that I kind of wish was available on OG Arknights. Because there's times where it's like, I kind of just wish that I don't waste the sanity potions, instead save all the sanity potions for an event, but that's not a thing. That's the mentality I have in OG Arknights. But even though we're getting a crap ton right now, I will be if I had the chance, I would definitely try to grab as many Sanity Essences and pretty much not really convert the Sanity you gain regularly, but converting the Sanity boosters. And pretty much how you do that is really simple. Just use them. You pretty much get Sanity from using them, and then with that Sanity that you have, convert that into the Sanity Essence. You can't just convert this into this. Unfortunately, if you have the Sanity Extractors, you're going to have to use the Sanity Boosters, then use the Extractor to make the Sanity Essence. So yeah, 120 Sanity per one. Yeah, it's pretty nice, and I have yet to use these as well because I don't see the need to use them, personally. I haven't, like, really grinded so much that I needed to continue grinding for hours, from my personal experience. No need to do that yet, and I don't know if I will end up doing that. So, but I've been keeping up with how I've been using my Sanity, and I just wait until it's like a certain amount, and then I go for it. Pretty self-explanatory. Okay. Now, there's probably some things I'm already forgetting on I want to talk about or mention. But yeah, there's some things. There's some things that's like tips or tricks that I've realized that I think are worthy to talk about. Some of them I'm already forgetting that I probably remember, and I just continue to forget. So, well, we will focus on the Umbral Monument. There we go, my brain's being stupid. I'll kind of briefly showcase where I am right now in terms of factory, because let's just be brutally honest, I'm not like maxed out or anything. It's kind of taking a minute to do that. Oh yeah, there's another thing I want to mention when it comes to PlayStation 5. 100% this is something I need to talk about with PlayStation 5 that I kind of briefly talked about earlier. I'll kind of show this before we do. I'll do that before Umbral Monument and showcase that. But before that, we'll talk about this. So I have 5.5K, and that's mostly just ruling batteries. I don't see the point in going advanced, and it's not that hard to do multiple thermal banks, personally. Then again, you could also just move some over to here and do like a separate set of power if necessary from your other, like your Valley 4 battery farms, because you'd probably be doing that on top of other things. Yeah, I've been doing that, just to have healing items over here. I'll probably change this to something else. I don't know what I'll do. I think the best one to go for is Ferrium Ore, because everyone fakes out there's only, like, one pocket of Ferrium Ore that you can mine in Wuling, and it's like, they're encouraging you guys to regional transfer Ferrium Ore over. Is that stupid? Yes! Personally, I kind of hate the whole regional transfer system, in my opinion. But that is the intent. Okay? You don't shoot the messenger. That is the intent of what they want you to do, okay? But essentially, most of this is just delivering, aside from a few side items, to make the next tier of the armor to unite components here. I've been going hard on making the stabilized carbon. A lot of it. I probably could do the other one, but I haven't really worked on that one yet. And this one's like the first one you can max out. And I could probably do a lot more, but this is where a lot of the Gironite, getting Gironite, and then making that Gironite into batteries and maybe other things in the near future. And I'll probably put all the Sky Forges over here, off to the side. Maybe do some other things over here. But this works out the best due to the fact that this doesn't need to connect to a output device from either one of the D ports here or the IC itself. And you can do all of it without that. At this point in time, that's kind of what I've been doing. I've been making other items here to just because I can, and I've already maxed them out because it's like the only thing I've been doing. I probably will start to make the cube thing for Ferium. So that's probably the next thing I'll end up doing, because that's very easy to do, let's be really honest. Like, I have to get this set up. One of these shredding units for Sand Beach Powder can go to 2, the dense carbon powder machines. It's enough that it still clogs and has managed to do both at the same time. So it's like, to be really honest, it's not that hard to just use one of them and then probably 2 exports of the powder and make 2 sets of the cubes, or in this case, dense Ferium powder is probably what it's called. I'm just going off the top of my head here. I could probably just look at it and say that I could just look at it. Dense Ferium powder, yes. So yeah, you could probably do 2 dense Ferium powders at the same time. I'm assuming that's the goal, is to work on that. That's why everyone's going crazy about Ferium. But to be brutally honest, I have no need at this point in time to worry about Ferium, and I'm just doing it because, lol, I can. So, to me, you could just grab as much bottles as you can, or items as you can from your Ruling base, if that's really necessary. And at that point, like I said before, you could just regional transfer over Ferium ore, if you really need to, or some Ferium item, material from Ferium ore, if you don't want to waste too much room. So yeah, and all this right here is just excess Sharonite liquid, which I have no idea if the other liquid is actually really worth it at all. Personally, from my own experience, the only thing I could really think of, I just thought of it now. I literally just thought of it now. I know I've seen sprinklers. So is that the gist? Use sprinklers with liquid healing items just to heal yourself, or at least health HP regeneration? Is that the actual idea behind it? Honestly, it's not a bad idea per se. I just don't think it's really worth the effort trying to do that, when all you really need, from my personal opinion, of actually playing this game, be better just to go to operators.
Still waiting for something?
Is the tactical here, and with the canned Citrome, and just do that. Just do that. And also, I got this from Ember, randomly. So you know. There's that. But yeah. At this point in time, I don't see the need to worry about trying to go for different liquids. I understand maybe the thought process, but unless some of those liquids give buffs, even then I don't see it being useful, because you can't just bring them to boss fights. So it's like, it kind of falls flat, really. But yeah, I haven't really made anything Sharonite related just yet. Personally, I don't know if it's a necessity yet to worry about that. I know it's going to be important, stat related, in the buffs that it gives, but at this point in time, I haven't really went too hard on Sharonite armor. Anyway, let's talk about Arknights Endfield PlayStation 5. I know, that's a weird topic to go to just before Umbral Monument. And by the way, I'm not going to be using this electric ice team. I am going to be using the main physical with Ting Ting. I might remove Ting Ting depending upon the scenario at hand. I might actually probably just go with the version of Snowshine. I think it's still Snowshine at this moment in time. And then experimental is with Ting Ting. But yeah, aside from that, that is the team I'm going to go for Umbral. But let's talk about PlayStation 5, because it's going to be very important. That is something that the developers didn't even think about. It will make sense when I talk about it. Okay, so if you guys don't know, I use Exophase to keep track of achievements throughout Google Play, Retro. I have not done too much on that personally. Steam, Xbox, and of course PlayStation or PlayStation Network. And if you're kind of curious on like the rarest achievements, it's funny. The very first game I did, quote unquote, on YouTube in 2017 was Plants vs. Zombies 2, video-wise, but I've already played through a lot of it, and the fact that Hungry Dinos is the rarest one I have, and that is a Google Play achievement. There's some really rare Google Play achievements, by the way, but a lot of people don't have. I am an achievement hunter. Surprise, surprise. Maybe, maybe not. Of course, True Champion for Dying Light 2, yada yada. This is from my little universe that is on Steam. I was playing on mobile. I got to a point that the grind was so much that I just stopped doing it, because there was a way you can like auto grind without playing the game, but it's like very specific, and it's like like there's a lot to talk about that game if I ever actually put in the effort to make achievement videos for the other channel that I had plans to do, but I just never do because it's gonna take a lot of work. And regardless of that fact, and one of them being, oh dear, and again, topic on its own, but we are here specifically to showcase Arknights Endfield PlayStation 5 achievements. Now, while the achievements for Endfield is give or miss, it doesn't really matter on PC, quote unquote, but because it's on PlayStation 5, it has achievements, or in this case, trophies. Now you might be wondering, what's the big deal? Why I'm making this a big point of the section for an Umbral Monument video? It's because the developers made a big-ass oopsie when it came to the trophies. An extremely big-ass oopsie, to the point that you cannot platinum the trophy if you start playing right now. That's big of an oopsie. And this is not a security breach. You can't beat it because the achievements aren't working. Oopsie. This is the trophies that they went with, you cannot get anymore because it's only available for the first patch. Yes. And even then, not everyone actually did it. Mao? Really? Do you want to say that? Are you sure? Is that correct info? Relevant info, cat? I don't know if you guys can hear him, but there's a cat meowing hysterically. So, the reasoning why you saw that blue dot earlier, if you were paying attention on the map for me here, when it came to this achievement, I didn't realize I didn't have all the mining spots in Valley 4. It didn't really matter because there was more Orgenium. That was not really necessary at that point in time. Just gonna be brutally honest. But yeah, of course I logged in to grab all of them at once. But yeah, that was the last achievement I did. All of them I got at the once except this one. It's obviously it wasn't 420. It was like around 10 or 11, but UGP 0. Get the point. But anyway, so yeah, that was the last achievement I did. But the most important achievement that is not possible past the first patch, but technically the game will give it to you if you make the certain conditions. Is let me see if I can find it. Companions trophy. Now, in the game, in the first patch, this wasn't like anything too crazy. The first one was February 5th. I'm probably going to be the last one. Or not. Okay, it's just people coming into the game just to get the achievements. But you cannot get it in this after starting the 1.1 patch. Unless I am mistaken for some reason, which doesn't make sense, but the Companions trophy is based off the Companions sets of medals, where you do the side missions of Lone Wolf, which is Wolfguard's, Letter from a Messenger, which is Gilberta's, Love Scream, and the Prototype, which is Yvonne's, and Let's Fry Consume the Ashen Patch, which is Leviting's. This, at this point in time, is not possible to do because the story side mission, companion side story missions are not available starting the 1.1 patch. Now, in theory, these would be put into the game later on, possibly, but that comes to the point of kind of a big oopsie from the developers. At this point in time, you cannot get this achievement if you did not do these 4 side missions trophies. I did it, of course, before 1.1 patch, and of course I got the achievement when I logged on the 24th. The fact that there's no others that have logged in since, it's all March 24th, should say everything about achievements wise. It says the 23rd, but it was the 24th time zone shenanigans and like that. But yeah, it says a lot that the last time was several hours later from me. That was the next following day. And that's it. It's because if you have both PlayStation 5 and you have done this before the 1.1 patch, there's no way for you to get this trophy on PlayStation 5. You could have done it on the PlayStation 5 by playing on the PlayStation 5, obviously, but if you play on PC, you already got these 4 side missions done. You have all 4 of the medals on your account. You will be, if you of course link the account to the PlayStation, you will be able to get this medal right now. This trophy, my bad, right now. But if not, well, you're just gonna have to wait and slowly do each one. Eventually, with the rerun of Gilberta, Leviting, and Yvonne, with their side missions, unless they do side missions later, it's very likely if they do what they do in Arknights, it's going to be a year from now. Repeat that, a year from now, most likely, these side missions will return. Most likely. Yeah, so it's very likely, unless someone logs into the PlayStation 5 already having the companion medals, unless Arknights develop the Endfield Hypergriff does something different with the side missions that bring them out early. This is all it's going to be for a year from now. It's going to be likely March or April of 2027 when the next person will likely, unless they link their PlayStation 5 or their PlayStation account to their Griffline account, and of course there's so much to think about trying to make it accurate, perfect thing. Anyway, onto their NFL PlayStation 5, all of those things considered, and of course doing all the missions, you're not going to be seeing it until like a year from now, if there's going to be a decent amount of players still playing the game, to have this rise up. Now, there's probably other, trophy sites out there that has probably different data from people, and there might be some people that get the trophy from a different site at a different time. There's a possibility because it's exophase. Excuse me. is not the only trophy site. It is not the only trophy site. But it's not a hard guarantee that you will see someone else get the trophy anytime soon. Or at all. They decide not to do a side mission again. Which would be hilarious, by the way, if they don't do these medals again or do certain side missions again. This trophy will be impossible to get. Insane to think about. The fact that there is a missable timed trophy for a PlayStation game. It's not too impossible for that to happen, especially if, let's say, one of the live service games ends of service on PlayStation. Then most of those achievement trophies won't be possible, or games get taken off the PlayStation service, so you can't platinum anymore. I'm looking at a certain game called Concord as a good example of that. Now, hackers will target trophy accounts that have these sorts of trophies. Fair warning. It's actually kind of insane, but that's besides the point. So yeah, pretty much if you did not get the trophies, get these side mission medals, you're not going to be able to platinum the trophy, especially if you wanted to go out of your way to do it. If you did not do it, sucks to suck. Anyway, so the only ones are essentially the platinum and just side stuff for certain things. This one comes down to if any of the Umbral monuments goes away, then sure, but that's not the case. I think these two monuments will stay up, so I don't think this trophy will disappear. Aside from this one being kind of like, I don't know, everything else is pretty much doable for me. Level 7 exploration, 270 Valley Forest storage crates. I am like 250 or 60 or something like that. We can check it out here in the game. Promote and operate at E4, prototype operator to level 90, 211 up into tier 4, upgrade 1 character operator to level 60, and research every technology in ruling AC1. Aside from this one, everything else is kind of up in the air. Personally, none of these trophies are going to be in the rare category because there's a high rate of people who played this game that actually got the trophy. Compared to some others that if it's like, there might be some trophy players that have played it, but they didn't actually play the game. Well, there's not many trophy hunters that played the game, I should say. So that's why there's certain ones that are obviously really rare, that are kind of like, really? That's really rare? Yeah, there's not many people who have gotten that achievement that have signed up to Exophase. I don't know which is the better one to go for, but the reason why I went with Exophase, by the way, so that anyone can view it and see where I'm kind of doing, because it does keep track of what you recently played and what have in the past before, like your gamer creds of what kind of insane shit you've done before in the past, 100%ed. So yeah, there's trophy hunting is a weird thing to talk about because it's like very easy for people to just go for easy 100% games, and then there's of course games that are specifically made to go for that, for people to go for that, and it's not just PlayStation. You can see it in Steam and many other platforms. Yeah, 53 games I completed. I wish you could actually view the completed games. I wonder if I could do that. It's not gonna do it because it's like, what the fuck, mate? Maybe stats? It's just showing me the stuff like that. I'm just interested in stats that you can view yourself and like that, yada yada yada. I don't know why this is here. I think this is mostly just like advertisements. Yeah, because I have never played those games. I wish I could play Requiem, but I don't have Requiem. Yeah, so you could go to this and just see all the games that I've 100%ed. Some of them I did over again on a different site. Some of them are demos. Yes, there are some demos that have achievements out there. You just gotta look for them. Some easy, some hard. Plants vs. Zombies. Cluster Truck on PlayStation specifically. Now that's that. Yeah. I mean, if you have not been on the channel, I did show the videos of me completing a lot of the stages with no abilities and beating the game. What else? World Flipper is one of those games that end of service around that time. So, like, I'm one of the few people that 100%ed World Flipper. I'm one of those few people that 100%ed Epic 7 because it's really finicky to get the achievements working. Just stuff like that. Some games that I'm tempted to talk about, like Bouncing Bullets. Resident Evil 4 Remake, Resident Evil 3. And this one I'm just kind of showing off. There's a lot to talk about, and a lot of games. I don't remember EX, but I think the craziest one would probably be Halo Combat Evolved, because some of them are just straight up really difficult to do. Some of them are straight up impossible to do nowadays for some people, like PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2. Why am I saying PlayStation 2? Plants vs. Zombies 2 is a good example of a game that a lot of people don't have 100%ed. And then it's like kind of platinum, but not 100%ed, and then of course almost 100%ed, yada yada yada. Some of them are just straight up live art. What the fuck? I feel like I don't know why, because it's supposed to be Beat Stickman. I need to look into why that's... Oof. There's some games I could probably do on Xbox I could go back to. And technically I 100%ed Atmosphere. But it's not showing that I did. So, like, it's not perfect by any means, and there's some games I did 100% that are not 100%ed. I am tempted to just showcase this right now before we get into Umbral Monument. Steam. Like I said, I've been playing a little bit of Terraria. See, right here, I 100%ed it. But it is not considered 100%. So, just to showcase, it's not perfectly accurate. So, yeah. So, that's the main point of that whole segment with PlayStation, is that you can't 100% the PlayStation if you haven't played the 1.0 patch, at least all the side companion missions. Is the only trophy at this, point in time where you can't 100% it if you missed out. Or you played a 1.1 patch. Anyway, does that matter to everyone? I don't know. But if you are a PlayStation player and you didn't play the game enough, or just started playing on 1.1, you're just screwed. Anyway, enough of me continuously blabbering here. Let's get into Umbral Monument. I have messed around with the 2 new enemies. I can't say anything about the crow, the bird fella, because, like, I haven't really seen his proper ability. I just kind of canceled it randomly. But the one that I'm fear the most is the Minotaur. Not the Minotaur, but the bull enemy with the rocket launcher. Let's say rocket launcher. Rocket shooting launcher that's not an actual, like, rocket launcher. More like a festival rocket launcher. Maybe that's a better way of saying it. Okay, challenge stage 3 times complete. Challenge any in Agony mode, defeat you on 1 million and any monument stages 3 times. So these 2 are new sets, I guess. 1 million damage instead of 5 million. So they're just giving out more ore barrel, it seems like. And by the way, I haven't really faced the Minotaur or any of the new enemies with healer or a defender. So if that says anything about having issues with the Minotaur. There's a long seething ancient the abandoned ones roamed endlessly across the desolate land. The cause of their fury was forgotten with time, but every vessel of Hades is capable of drawing power from the endless sea of Hades. The enemies are fight as a team, enemies have the same resistance against every element. I'm assuming it's going to be the bull and the bird. Okay. So these are two different enemies. I actually did not realize that there were two different enemies. Because I managed to cancel the chain attack, the chain hook, and I didn't realize it, and I got a random medal. I was like, what? Okay.
Since you're around, we're definitely catching something today.
So we're going to do it this team, and let's see how it goes. Yeah, a lot of yapping. A lot of yapping before this, but I think it was necessary talking about some of those things. Okay, the damage output is really good. Oh yeah, I got the new weapon, so yeah. Oh, damn it, bro. It's not like a big issue to handle these guys.
Once known, be dead.
That was by far the easiest one I've done so far. 100%. Like we just ran through the damage with ease, and I'm like not even maxed out. I got new weapons, of course, and I've worked on the weapons, but not to the point. I've been doing a pretty good job with essences. Well, shit. I'm gonna do Agony mode and see what it is. Enemies are stronger. Shut up, please. Are in order to interrupt enemy leads will fight as a team, and tactical and consumables can be used. Enemies have some resistance against every element.
In position and standing by.
Well, I'm not gonna toot my horn yet, but I am curious to see the damage output. It's been a hot minute since I used this team, so I messed up really badly there with skill usage. Oh!
Tactical maneuver.
Okay. Where is he? Oh, he's dead? I tried hitting it. I think this is possible. I just need to figure out how the fuck to hit the chain because I'm attacking everything at all except the chain. I thought it was supposed to be the thing, but I guess I have to hit the hook that's on the ground. And it's very similar mechanic-wise to the Phantom in Kingdom Hearts 1, the super boss, where if you don't do it in time, then what essentially ends up happening is you pretty much, like, there's a time limit, and at the time it's over, one part of your member instantly gets killed, and they don't show up again in the battle. Are you fucking serious? That's just annoying. I'm gonna restart because I'm just getting bullshitted with this mechanic. This mechanic is more annoying than fun so far. Like, I get the point, but, like, seriously, I'm running over to it, and then it's instantaneous, bop, bop, you're dead. That's stupid! That's hella stupid.
Waiting for your orders.
Especially because it seems like it targets an operator that's not you, so you're not, like, the main target, which is more annoying, because then I can deal with it than other players. Whatever. It's just that. Okay. It just annoys me. It's annoying me more. Oh my god! I keep getting hit from like enemies that I cannot see.
Might see, but that
Oh my god, I'm getting hit from this fucking jackass. I'm gonna restart anyway, because like that just lost a lot of damage. Like the biggest factor is that the fucking enemies, like, they're just more meat shields and a distraction compared to Mr. I'm gonna chain your operator as an instant kill. Like, I think this is very doable, and I'm just pissed off. I am just deeply pissed off of this enemy. And I am tempted to beat the living shit out of this bird brain. And I mostly die from the ranged enemies. Because they're very inconsistent in dodging. Well, it's more consistent to... Who are you gonna target? Where are you, mate? Game? Great! Oh my god! I still got. Oh my god.
Shield guards, formation.
I'm still getting hit. Full attack. Oh my god, why is it so far away?
Evil shall face karmic justice! My strength!
This guy's more of an issue than the other enemies. Here we go again. Bruh. Oh my god!
Shield guards, formation.
Not high enough stats to actually do anything with the amount of damage I'm just doing. And he is just more of a nuisance than... It's like, the other enemies are a nuisance we're trying to deal with him, and then he's more of a nuisance we're trying to deal with them. It's like... Yeah!
Entering core AIC area.
Admin.
The only enemy that's harder to interrupt is the fucking hook one. Which is, like, more annoying, because I would rather have him be interrupted than the others, personally. I wish you would go back to F1. Wrong enemy! Oh my god. You see what I'm saying with, like, either or? I'm taking more damage from the other fucking enemy. my god!
Watch this! Let me help! Ever seen this? Guess which hand will crush you?
Shield guards, formation. Tactical maneuver.
Leave now and Plat!
That's really a strategy.
And I die because Mr. Woohoo! The fact that he's targeting me is like the worst scenario. The biggest issue is getting blindsided when the enemy is attacking you from behind.
Never tempt fate.
That was not fun. I got literally comboed to death. Oh, it's happening again. Oh god, oh god. Yeah, I was screwed with that. One of them dead. Oh, I can't do anything. we're taking huge damage. That doesn't fucking matter. Especially when he starts doing fogs around the cooks themselves. Yeah, this is more of just DPS. I don't have enough DPS to do it. This is what it is.
Entering core AIC area.
Okay. Melting point of flesh. Burn, let it all burn. Top of the tower, melt the ship. Pour our blood into the boiling molten iron and use it to cleanse Talos too. Enemies are stronger. Exploding fire mist or slug spawn periodically. Enemies have the same resistance against every element.
My laces aren't tied.
Okay, that was, it's probably possible, it's just, I need a lot more damage. It's just it is. It takes me about 5 minutes just to kill one of them, trying to deal with all the others attacking me. This should be, oh my god. I want to switch, damn it!
Brilliant strategy.
If it's that easy, yeah, possible again. It just feels like it'd be possible, but we'll see, because it could be two of them doing their twirly twirls, acting like a platforming game. Like at the very beginning, I'm trying to fucking switch over. Like, and I'm trying to press Q, but I'm pressing like 2 and 3, and it's like, switch to the other character, damn it! Anyway. Enemies are stronger and additional enemies will appear. There we go. Platformer indeed. Exploding, yeah. Others cannot perform perfect dodge. Developers, okay.
Give me the front row this time.
This is literally just... Like, you can't perfect dodge. You can dash. Maybe? Can you dash? Oh! Like, you can do something. It's... This is just a stats check. At the very end of the day, it's a stat check, especially because you can't perfect dodge. You can't really do shit. Like, if it was possible, like, if you know, there's only one enemy and then killed and another enemy spawns, but with them spawning another one at 25% HP. Yeah, that is just a stat check, like a heavy fucking stat check, because you can't perform dodges. Okay. Enemies regularly enter in a rage state that constantly applies heat infliction on themselves, granting attack bonus and damage reduction based on the number of heat infliction stacks. Enemies have the same resistance. What are we even talking about? Oh, you fuck boy. The one enemy that I think is...
Endman, you're here.
I wasn't a big fan of. More so of... He's all over the fucking place. I wish it just put you on first player. Don't know why it keeps you at the last player played. It's really annoying.
Watch this! My strike!
I have not faced this before. Oh, I see what they want you to do. Okay, this is actually kind of a cool battle. Because you can use the heat inflictions to your advantage. So a full physical team gets shot off. Okay, okay.
Evil shall face karmic justice!
Storm of
Watch this!
Might see. Let that go.
Shall be vanished!
Oh, okay. I am dodging these and the game's not registering.
One sec!
Tactical maneuver.
One sec! Just need a quick breather. Mine, strike, quick!
At my command.
Evil shall face karmic
to be doable Agony mode because I am definitely gonna need to like have some elemental character. Yeah, I am definitely gonna be needing some elemental character to take off those elements. Like that this is definitely a Tang Tang boss, essentially. If I had Tang Tang, I probably wouldn't be as bad. We will do this.
In position and standing by.
Where is it? Huh? Thought I had a team that's. Oh yeah, because I was doing the glitch hunting. That's what I was doing. Yeah, forgot. Okay, well, we'll just do this instead.
Don't sweat it. I got you.
This is the Tang Tang boss. I'm sorry to spoil, I guess, because it's like he's continuously getting fire. She continuously gives ice. Enough ice with her skill usage anyway. Great! I like whipping! That's the wrong character.
Once known, be dead.
At my command.
One sec, just need a quick breather.
Wrong character.
Feeling better.
Evil shall face karmic justice!
Way better, way faster. Yeah. I probably would be a lot better off actually using Tang Tang. But you get the point. Way better off, just because she could do so much cryo infliction.
Entering core AIC.
Now a lot of people probably would go with the Levitating team.
Hey, Dark Mask, where are you off to? Don't leave.
I didn't even check to see what the things are. I'm gonna leave and then I'll go back and see what the buffs are for Agony mode. Nope. I need to see what the Agony mode F is. Enemies regularly enter a rage state that constantly applies the infliction on the cells and getting attack damage production during a rage. Operators cannot regenerate SP naturally. Cannot be used. Oh, that is actually kind of...
My laces are untied.
That sucks, actually. That's genuinely sucks. But we'll try it out. I'm probably gonna get my butt right really quickly. What the fuck was that? This is a new attack, by the way. Like, we were doing, like, really well until it became enraged. And then it was like, oh! We'll just do a new attack against John. Have fun. That I wasn't really being able to dodge.
Hey, Dark Mask, where are you off to?
Actually, this could be doable if I could dodge.
I'm holding my soul.
I say doable. No guarantee. The fact that I actually took damage there. I still got hits from that? What the fuck? No, seriously. You know how far away I was? That hitbox is fucking huge. That is a fucking huge hitbox. I should not have gone hit from that.
Entering core AIC.
In position and standing by.
I'm gonna do that again. If I could get through his enraged form, I think we could actually start doing damage and get through it.
I'm holding my soul.
Let me show you how it's done.
I dodged that, but I died. You gotta love it.
Once known, be dead.
The issue with this team is I have no heal. Definitely doable with a proper quote-unquote healer, and that like the best one is Snowshine in this case. Yeah, I mean, I think this is possibly the most one that's doable. Like, this one's the worst, Agony. And it comes back and forth with this too, but I feel like this is easier, because it's just one enemy. I don't have to worry about multiple different fucking enemies trying to gangbang me at once, and then one-shot my operators.
This time. I want to be the first out of the door.
I'm gonna have to take out Chin, go with someone like
A new
Snowshine,
fields mission? I'm totally ready.
and then see. I'm not expecting to magically be able to do this. Grit. I hate that move!
Guess which hand will crush you?
You gods, formation.
No! No! Fuck! That is by far the worst move in that he has. Definitely doable. Maybe I might not have enough DPS, but like that is by far the fucking worst move. Is his if you get caught with it, which is very easily caught with it, he also has a fucking large hitbox as well.
Entering core AIC
Admin,
area.
finally got an assignment for me?
If I get hit with it, it's pretty much a guaranteed KO.
Awesome teamwork.
Wrong one. Oh god, I didn't even see that. Holy shit. I didn't even notice that. I didn't even see those four rockets. Those four rockets out of fucking left field. What am I supposed to say to that? I dodged, but I died still. Because of some area of effect fire shenanigans.
Endman, you're here.
AIC area.
I know Agony mode probably could be all done with E3. Maxed out
I'll
E3.
always be Team Sunshine.
That is the strength idea behind it.
Brilliant strategy.
Thank you, game. Good timing on that. Holy shit. I still took fire damage, by the way. I still got hit from that? What the fuck? You see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, that attack has stupid amounts of hitbox from that attack. It's... And also, the whole, like, dodge system is a
In
bit
position
whack
and stand
as
in
well. Like, if you've been noticing, I'm dodging, or at least dodging at the time that the red thing appears, but then it's like, that's not a dodge. Well, fuck me! To be honest, a lot of attacks in this game aren't really accurate. accurate. What the fuck? Huh? What the fuck? What the fuck? I did not have the chance to dodge. What the fuck happened there? What the what? Huh? What?
Entering core AIC area.
Waiting for your orders,
At
Administrator.
this point, I'm just hitting my head against the wall because it's like any combo he does is a guaranteed OCO. Now, in at least where most people are, that's not a guaranteed OCO. But for me, it's a guaranteed OCO.
I can do this.
Let me show you how it's done.
Oh, and by the way, you can dodge a lot of her, like, skip a lot of her enemies. Like a little bit. I didn't mean to do that, but okay. I didn't mean to do his skill twice. I should really just save my skill for this phase. Oh, yeah, that's what I was trying to avoid. Oh my god, I hate that attack! Oh!
Brilliant strategy.
Oh my god! What in the fuck? There's at times I feel like they just, I think they're just adding straight up new moves to these enemies. Because I don't think I've really seen him do that before. Well, he's doing that not just once, not just twice, but 3 times somersaulting. What the fuck? And by the way, all of this is going to be on YouTube without much edits. It is what it is.
All my training's for this moment.
Bucks to stab in. Like that.
Never attempt to take.
Oh my god! Big rolled it, man. Not faster, by the way. Are you serious, game? I didn't even get his skill off. That is just complete bullshit. I need to get out of there. Fuck! No, that's a restart. Nah. I know, screwed at that exact moment. So I'm trying to turn to the right there, but he's turning with me. Oh, it was just screwed. We'll try one more time. I'm just gonna be really honest. I'm not strong enough to do these. With the others, I'm not strong enough to handle any of this bullshit.
I can do this.
There's a lot of attacks that seem to be guaranteed hits. Like that there, boy. When he's in his enraged form. Because then he goes after someone else, he doesn't really do shit.
Brilliant strategy.
Ah, yeah, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Entering core AIC area.
Me maxing all these characters out to level 60 isn't gonna fix shit. And I don't even know if maxing everything I possibly could would make a difference at all. I just don't know if it will. Don't know what to really say. Like, a lot these level 90 enemies are more so at least E3. At the very least E3. I feel like this one's E4. Because, like, the ability not to dodge when this game's most important mechanic is dodging. It is what it is, but I think we did a pretty decent job here. 40 to 7 here, so it's not gonna be too hard to finish the weekly out here. I say that. Maybe not. I mean, it comes down to purchasing gifts from credit store 15 times. I don't know. Maybe not. But we did everything else. I mean, I would have been surprised if that wasn't the case. No million damage. just from what we've done so far. What game? There we go. 1.2K. Protocol pass, probably just okay, cast combo skills and all of these. Gives a lot of level ups. Okay. Even though it's only 21 days, it's like, I think it's better off if there's 3 characters for the Protocol Pass, because that means more days to get experience. Personally, it's gonna at least be 14 days left, I would say, before we get to level 60. I'm just saying a lot. I think a lot of people are gonna probably start complaining, realizing that you don't get enough days for Protocol Pass. I don't know. Maybe not. But it comes down to if people realize just how much of a lack of experience there is. Of course, a lot of these also are just like time gated, or if you've played enough up to a certain point. More so, like, if you're not even ruling, just don't worry about it. That's the mindset I have. Like, so in a way, you also get, like, screwed over wise for Protocol Pass. I don't know why I was saying it's new when I've already had those, but okay. To finish off with today's video, I am going to do a 10 pull. Not from this, of course. I'm talking about this. I knew I had enough, so I was gonna say this to the very end. So if any of you guys decide to end it off whenever you did, I guess. It's not really like a rest in peace type of thing, I guess, but I'm not expecting shit from this, but let's see. We're gonna do a 10 pull because we have the ability to. At least a 5-star, which is guaranteed. 2 5-stars, which is pretty good. I'll take it. Now, are they gonna be pots?
I am Egret. Call sign is Arknight. I am not a trained weaver of words, but I wish you well, and may you flip.
I don't have a back spot, so.
Catch.
And
Catello Wolfgard Lupin, Endfield Crisis Team. I represent the pack. Give me any merc job, and as long as our contract stands, I'll be your claws and fangs.
I think he might be max spotted.
Catcher.
We'll just
Op
get...
Team Z7. My role is giving the team
I am
cover and
going
logistic
to
support.
stop
I specialize
sharing
in defensive operations
when it
and
comes to these
good with the
scenarios.
and I hope I'll be an effective addition to your team.
So yeah, if you miss out on this video, you miss out, I guess. Anyway.
The slightest slip of mind decides.
Yeah, so Butch Boy's already max spotted.
I'm primed for optimal performance.
And I finally got her max spot. Reduced to 2 times. And her artwork. When it comes to 5 stars, Perlica's maxed. The Pans needs to be finished. She's maxed. Jahi's almost max spotted. Perlica's almost max spotted. Just 3 more characters, 4 out of 5. 4 or 5 stars. I'm kind of surprised, actually, that, like, we are genuinely close to max spotting all the 5 stars. And I know I'd say I'm not really a massive whale, really. So the fact that, we're kind of almost there, max spotted for every single character, is quite interesting. Of course, I can save up the bond quotas and exchange whatever I need. I'm not gonna go for characters. I'm probably not gonna go for marker preference, and I can just farm the other items. So at this point in time, like, I probably will just use them for chartered headhunting tickets if I need to summon more. So at this point, like, I would say I'm in a safe point to be able to guarantee Rossi. But that remains to be said for her weapon. But I already got the equivalent weapon that I could give to her, or I could also get another one, I guess, instead of potting. So I could have both Chin and Rossi. But I'm going to be brutally honest when it comes to that. I'm going to be placing Chin anyway for Rossi. So it doesn't.
Let's go over the
Excuse
battle
me.
plan once more, shall
So
we?
it doesn't really matter to me because I already have
Over here,
her weapon or her optional weapon. Unless I'm mistaken, this is the agility, critical, and then vulnerability stack thing. But if not, then I can always just grab the actual weapon. So it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. So yeah. Not really much else to say. I mean, I just banged my hand against the wall trying to do Agony difficulty. The thing about the Agony difficulty is it's really just a stat check at the end of the day. At least it feels like it to me at this point in time, because now I'm getting to the point in strength that I'm completely destroying, aside from that last stage, the 9th stage, the 7th and 8th, the first two, I completely destroyed the first version with ease. And so, just kind of showcases, like, the
Let's go over
boost
the battle
I've
plan
gotten
once more.
from getting proper weapons, like the Mountain
Leave it to
Bearer
me.
for him, and then with her having Glorious Memory. Now, I can't really do much for her, but, I mean, yeah, he's still the same, and I've been making sure to get, essences here. So yeah, his is, I say perfect, quote-unquote. Even if I max pot, I won't be able to do the efficiency version, the Reed of Mountains, because I have to get more pots for the weapon. But for the most part, like, yeah, the weapon's stacked. Can't be said for the others, but I haven't gotten lucky enough to actually get a weapon normally for all three. For her, though, she's kind of in a weird spot where I just want Medikit, because that's like her own that's like the only purpose to her is Medikit. Now, granted, I probably should, I think I need strength or something like that for her combo. Yeah, so Will. Which is the secondary. Kind of annoying because I feel like instead, like, I kind of wish it was her strength instead, or her Will was her main one. It's not impossible to go heavy on Will, which I'll probably end up doing. So some healing / heavy Will build for Snowshine would probably be the best bet. Just so that her skill does a shit ton amount of healing. The only issue is the cooldown aspect, but aside from that, like, I think she'll work wonders. It's just the issue is weapon. And I think the suggestion / what people go for is like a stat build. Yeah, so this doesn't focus on the healing aspect, which is what you're probably going for. And then this one... I think Finishing Call is still better. Because the HP treatment effect is plus 22% more. At most, I don't know what the level increase is gonna do. I wish it would show. To me, if it does not get high enough as 32%, it's probably going to be worse than Finishing Call. I mean, sure, there's a bit more of a healing to it. But at the same time, I don't think she has this ability. Unless it's with counter, which then becomes useless. The issue is that unless you're playing as the character, trying to go for something like Polar Rescue, let me see, is it this one? Yeah, so I just don't think it's worth it. Especially with certain, like, with some of these battles, I just don't think it's worth it. Like, you're better off focusing on her as the combo healer, more so than trying to use this. I wish there was a lot easier way to add in protection. Which is where I think Ember shines more than the other characters. It's way easier just to slap on Finishing Call and just use her combo skill whenever. More so than trying to get protected and using the weapon. That weapon that does healing. Like, to me, I don't think it's worth worrying about trying to get that 6-star healing weapon. Because, to me, I just don't see the point of trying to use the counter skill when most of my damage is not on counter, but for other characters. And then taking consideration that bull enemy, where you're very limited on SP, I just don't see the point. Like, it's very easy, by the way, to not get the counter to work, in my opinion. And you have to be very precise. It's just, to me, and it's not worth trying to worry about using her skill. I think Ember is the better of the shield defender characters. Just because she's able to do it without blocking.
Waiting
I mean,
for your orders,
I'm not getting me wrong
Administrator.
though. Let me go to.
Let's go over the battle plan.
quickly.
The battlefield shows no mercy for mistakes. We must hone our skills with true devotion.
Does she not even have protection? Really? She doesn't even have protection. I'm curious of what it thinks. This is her signature weapon. Yeah, so it does shield instead. Shield applied, you get the healing effect and the shield. Yeah. To me, the fact that they don't have the other version should say everything when it comes to her kit. Like, okay, never mind, she doesn't even do protection. So, kind of pointless 6-star weapon, honestly. You're better off just using Finishing Call, the weapon you get for free, than worrying about getting a 6-star weapon that is very specific on trying to get a counter with a character. let's just be brutally honest, it's easier to do a perfect dodge than counter, and it doesn't always effective, and it's just, yeah, it's easier just to move away because you have a lot more higher chance of escaping than shielding. Of course, there's people who play with shield builds, but yeah, to me, that's what I'm keeping with what I have right now. Get better essences, and actually building the character more with levels, better gear. I could theoretically start doing that now if it wasn't for the fact of ruling Bucks being the fuck you middle finger to that plan. So the fact that I'm so behind, it's going to be a hot minute before I can get proper gear on these characters and to even artifice them. So yeah, I have no idea how artificing for equipment works yet because I haven't touched it yet. So we'll see. But I'm gonna shut up now. I get talking about more and more things, but I think I am going to just end it off here. Here's the deal. The last thing before I actually normal outro is that because of PlayStation trophies, I will be continuing to grow these characters when I feel like it's necessary to. That kind of defeats the thing that I want to try to do, see if I can beat the characters with E2. Personally, I don't think it might be doable, maybe, but it's so much work that, like, it'd be better off just doing with E3 than with E2. And there's a lot of things that I will be purposely avoiding or not gonna end up getting, and and eventually the lack of DPS for not going past E2. It's just a given. After a certain point, it's just not going to be possible for me to do certain things. And when the game gets more difficult, because it will get more difficult, it's going to be apparent that trying to do with E2 is just not going to be possible after a certain point. Just because the amount of damage I do would be like hitting a wall with a wet noodle. Okay, so even if I do that for like the main story at some point, it's just not going to be effective. So I will continue strengthening the characters up. It's just natural.
Who lives and who dies in battle.
When I don't know. I'm kind of just stockpiling resources to E2 characters eventually, and there's some rewards that I will miss out on.
My precious! Try to slip away from me now?
So yeah, it's like, to me, it's like I'm gonna end up losing out on a lot of things if I try to continue the route I'm going for. And I think I could try to be different and try to do challenge things for this account. But to me, eventually, it's just going to be not really fun or boring, and I'll miss out on a lot of things because I try to force myself not to go with the flow and make my character strong. This is the thing that, like, a lot of people could try to do, but personally, they probably have other accounts to naturally play the game with. If not, they're purposely ruining their experience for the game by not being able to do everything. I'm looking at OG Arknights with some content creators only doing like E0 characters. No build characters. They get so far, but they can't do everything. And it wouldn't surprise me if they have accounts that they can do everything with built characters just to kind of see type of deal. And maybe not. But even then, I feel like you're purposely not being able to do everything. And with Arknights, you're not punished for doing that. But with how Enfield is, you can't do that. You're going to eventually hit a wall where you won't be able to experience anything new because you're not actually working on your characters. This is pretty much the main thing I've been talking about with Agony mode ever since Umbral Monument came out, is stat check, stat check, stat check, stat check, because it's a stat check. After a certain point, it no longer becomes a stat check, because it's natural to have people with 60 plus characters at E3, not below 60 at E2, not even maxed out at E2. So, when the difficulty is catered to at least almost fully building characters, you expect to do that. To be at that level. And everything starts to revolve around that. So, the unfortunate truth is, if anyone was expecting I was going to stay with E2, that's not what's going to happen. Will I go to E4? For maybe some characters, yes, but I probably won't do it for every character. I'll probably just choose a random ass character I don't care about, just for the trophy of getting someone to level 90 E4. So, I don't know who that's going to be. I could go with the whole DPS route, but at this point in time, I'm going to continue chilling, continuing on. Maybe tier 5 equipment might make a difference, but if tier 5 equipment does not make enough a difference for me to clear content, I'm going to E3 characters. That's probably how I'm going to go about this with this account. And it's going to be a hot minute. It's going to be a hot minute before I end up doing that. Anyway, I say that, it may not be as long. So, we'll see. Anyway, I am going to actually shut up now, and this will be the end here. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to subscribe / follow. In the description below is Discord, so do please go check it out. As well as, why can I not think of the name? Fluxer. Fluxer is also down there below. And as always, good luck in your summons, good luck in your sharing scene, be safe and be healthy, and I will see you all in the next video. Whenever that will be. We'll probably be focusing on episode 16, because that's what I've been actually working on YouTube-wise. I am rendering and editing videos for episode 16. So this will be interplaced within my release of episode 16 stages. I have actually not finished episode 16 yet, but there's only 2 stages remaining for Adverse. So, if that says anything. Anyway, I'll see you guys all later. Peace.